Hello, we're here today to learn how to properly clean the printhead in a Kodak 6850 printer. You should clean the printhead every time you load a new set of supplies. Before we get started, we want to make sure we have all the supplies on hand that we're going to need. We clean the printhead with isopropyl alcohol. I prefer the 91%. In addition to the alcohol, we're going to need a soft cloth of some sort. Logic sells PEC pads. They are lint-free 4x4 squares. They're very soft and absorbent and are perfect for cleaning the printhead. You might also have a lint-free cloth. Even injection swabs will work. The only issue with the injection swabs is they're quite small, and you probably would have to have 3 or 4 for each pass of cleaning the printhead. There is also a company called CleanTech. They make a pad that is pre-saturated with alcohol in a foil envelope. That's a very convenient way to do it, although they are a little more costly than the other solutions. You do not want to use a product like paper towel or Kleenex as your cloth. The paper towel is too abrasive, and Kleenex is going to leave lint behind. All right, we're going to get started with cleaning the 6850 printhead. We will open the front door, turn off the main power switch, pull out our 6850, and open the top cover. The element here is the printhead. It's the brown piece with the lines that run through it. That line is the actual heating element that transfers the ink to the paper. The metal part directly underneath is what's called the stripper bar. It helps keep the paper and ribbon from sticking together. We are going to clean both with the PEC pads and the isopropyl alcohol I just showed you. I would usually take 1 or 2 pads, fold them up, add my alcohol to it. You want it wet, but not dripping. I will fold it in quarters, and we're going to start to clean the printhead. It's very critical that when you clean the printhead, you go in one direction only. Using light pressure, bring it across, and you'll see that we're getting some residue off the head. This residue can have a certain amount of grit to it. I don't want to use the same area of the PEC pad over and over again. Keep turning it to a new section with each wipe. You see, I'm continuing to get dirt off the head. So unfold it, go to a new section, and do it once more. Keep using another new section. I chose a printer here that's actually has not been cleaned in quite some time. I would not expect that you would get this much residue off your printer unless it has not been cleaned in a while. As I'm going across, you can actually feel on this bottom piece of metal, the stripper bar, some grit and grime if you just run your finger on it. You want to get all of that off. If that remains on there, you stand a good chance of the ribbon breaking when it's printing. So we're all set. We've just cleaned the printhead. You notice that we didn't have to take the ribbon or the paper out of the machine. I just backwind the ribbon so that it's snug and tight, close the printer, and put it back inside. I did want to show you one more thing. You notice that the printer is right up against the front lip of this tray. When I push the printer in, if I'm really forceful, I can have some inertial force that will take that printer and move it away from the front lip. If that happens, when the prints come out, they may or may not go down into the front output tray for the customer. I always make sure that the printer is right up against the front lip with as minimal a gap as possible. Then that last inch or so that I bring it in, I go nice and slow so that I don't jerk the printer and have it move backwards. Turn the power back on, lock up the front door, and you're back in business.